So we seem to have lost this quest down here, right? Like this. Wait a minute, you can't see my mouse. Let me change that real quick. Properties, cursor. Okay. So we seem to have lost, because we had 2 quests here. So we now like permanently lost the main quest. So this is their joint, the art hole. Seriously, could they have picked a more pretentious spot? The Ivory Towers monitor has wedged itself right in the middle of New York's swankiest row, and I turned sound effects down just a little. Might turn the font size up just a smidgen as well. Instead of like 40. Welcome to the still heart of the Camarilla's intricate machinations. Here's where the local kindred clink their glasses, all the while plotting each other's demise. Unless, of course, you're a pariah like me, an outcast from a wrong clan with a knack for stirring up trouble, in which case you're screwed from the get-go. A bloodline of vampires who share common characteristics passed on through the blood from sire to child. There are 13 distinct clans in the one night, as well as the K-tier, Finbloods, and innumerable minor bloodlines. I see, so there's 13 big clans, and then there's a whole bunch of little clans. I see. Honestly, I prefer not knowing how posh it is. Places like this don't really exactly roll out the red carpet for someone who deals with my kind of stuff. Since I've got no immediate escape plans, might as well play along. I'd happily shit on it on principle, but gotta admit, it seems pretty low-key on the outside, not counting the 2 chuckling goons who clearly missed the memo on blending with the crowd. And on that note, is there a giggle-worthy revelation you'd care to share with me, Birdie? Your demeanor hints at a job well done, does it not? The awkward freeze frame those 2 are stuck in would be comedy gold if I wasn't knee-deep in my own mess. Yeah, Mr. Volt, so, I mean, not really anything too wild, you know, just like the usual stuff we're seeing, I guess. Does this usual stuff include dubious characters within a mile's reach of Elysium? Groups for which you were specifically instructed to watch out, 3 of them to be exact, if my count holds true. 3 groups of what? Honestly, I didn't spot a thing. Then again, maybe I'm just not clued in on what to look out for. I'm gonna let her cook. I mean, I apologize. We really should have... Yes, you really should have. Boy, that shot him through like an icy bullet. I wasn't exactly cozy myself, but that poor soul probably just shed the last ounce of warmth left in him. Return to your duties at once. I'll be expecting a detailed report within the next hour. Yes, Mr. Val, sir. He waddles off like a scolded kid, and his pal refuses to meet our eyes. I throw Valerie a look of unwilling respect. She obviously holds some serious clout in these parts. Come now, dragging your feet earns you no favors, and believe me, you could use a few. Is that an offer, Mr. Val? Her smile serves as enough of a silent veto to make it clear that prying any further is futile. Not that a good sign. She swings the door open, but there's no warm invitation on the gesture. Oh, that loaded quick. Trying to eat my dinner. The place doesn't quite live up to the posh art gallery image in my mind. Sure, there's a hint of what could be a Basquiat on the walls, but most of the art is either shoved aside or covered up. My instincts shift into overdrive. First up, a quick room survey. No vents, no fancy chandeliers daring me to escape, and definitely no clear exits, especially not through those reinforced windows. Trying to pull off a Chris Angel-style stunt would likely start with a bang and end with my head on the chopping block. Step 2 practically unfolds on its own. The room's a powder keg of kindred in the middle of an intense debate. Tension is palpable, the suspicion dialed up to 11. That's when their voices finally break through the walls of my focus. Wouldn't have been such an issue if we had taken action when the signs were so glaringly obvious. That long-haired hunk must be Qadir al-Asmai, the Camaralla's sheriff. I've had my fill of stories about him, but now I can put a face to the reputation. Kindred maintains order within the prince's domain, often acting more as a hitman than a peacekeeper. As a Camarilla frowns upon modern ideas like due process, most executions take place without a trial or any opportunity for the accused to defend themselves.
Let's get this spike down? then get the hell away from the blast.
Hello, Mel. How are you doing? Hi, Zally. How are you? You're playing is it Repo? I can never tell. Hi, guys. How was stream? Welcome in, everybody. I'm Deranged. For those of you that don't know me, I'm typically... Is it Repo? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's Repo or Repo, or is it REPO because of the full stops? I don't know. It is Repo. Okay, cool. I was stream Mel. But yeah, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Deranged. I am typically a Valorant streamer. However, I'm struggling with my hands a bit today, so we are doing a story-based game instead. Playing Vampire the Masquerade, something of New York. And we're on like the second part of the storyline. We're not very far in. It's pretty good. Let's go. Did you win? I don't know much about the game personally. I know it's a horror game. How are you doing, Nat? How's it going? Hands are cold, man. We're basically just doing a story stream. So I'm basically just reading at you all. So if you just want some chill vibes, good times, feel free to hang out, Mel. Feel free to go and de-stress, de-stream, get some food, go to the toilet, stretch out, get a nap, whatever it is. Yeah, look after yourself. Thank you for trusting your community with me. She's to pick up the child. Well, go pick up the child then, man. Whichever one of the options it is. Have fun. I hope the little kitty, little mini mellow is good. Oh, let's see. And I'm gonna get food in a bit since it is almost done. Let's fucking go. What have you got for dinner? I have ramen and vegetables with an egg. Oh, this seems like right. This seems like a guy who'd have a very fancy accent. I'm here lurking, by the way. I'm playing a game where I'm just digging a hole. Don't you worry, Zay. Look after yourself. If only the rest of us were blessed with your profound gift of foresight, Sheriff, and life would be a walk in the park. Allow me to emphasize, our risks aren't limited to a single front. Acting on a gut feeling might work wonders in motion pictures. Here in the real world, it's a different story. I'd love a J-Toy, thank you. We have some sort of steak potatoes. Ooh, that sounds lush. How do you have your steak, though? It's just J-Toy, Nico. No, that's what it was. Nothing interesting. I was trying to go for medium. Fair enough, fair enough. I have my steak rare. Well, probably a bit closer to blue than rare, to be honest, is my preferred steak. This one's a mystery to me, but the way he's navigating the conversation, he is clearly a heavyweight in these parts. Spare me the pretense of ignorance, Arturo. The pattern was unmistakable well over a month ago. Now, Arturo... Thomas Arturo? Renard explicitly told me to steer clear of this guy's mess. I always try to go medium if it's more bloody. It's good as fuck. Yeah, like we do it so you obviously like let it sit for 20 minutes out the fridge so it gets to room temperature and then meat gets a bit more malleable. And then you pan sear it, base it a bit, and you let it sit. I missed the battle. The battle royale's still going. I was talking to my friend about this the other day. They've put a load of work into it to like revamp it and it's like really popular again. Yeah, someone in Baxwell's stream was talking about it and he was like, nah, I queue for like, he's like, I maybe queue for like 30 seconds and he's like, and I'm in a game. Alrighty. Yeah, Rin was saying that they've put like loads and loads of work into the Battle Royale and it's like actually a viable game again. It was also over, so I'm going to probably also talk and play with him. No worries. Is your brother older or younger than you? Are you a big sibling or a small sibling? The bickering rages on, and Valerie doesn't seem eager to reveal her catch, aka yours truly. Smash. I'm in the middle. Oh, you're a middle child. I am the eldest. I'm the eldest child. I have a lot of middle siblings though. I have a younger brother and an older brother. Oh. That just sounds like you got bullied by your siblings growing up. Or your older sibling at the very least. What sort of voice do you think she'd have? It feels like very similar to the sort of voice that I've given Valerie though. A very, your playful decision to allow the Finbloods to a point, you know? I didn't bully, I was the one who did the punching. Fair enough, yeah. Fair enough. I respect that, I respect that. I respect the hustle. Averages 300 people a day. Really? He was saying that it was like really busy again when he played. Most of them US based. Maybe that's why, because he plays in the evenings. Maybe that's why it feels like it's quite busy. Could be. That's unfortunate. I'm a big fan of Vampire the Masquerade, but I only played like the D&D like table-based game. I haven't played like any of the actual games for Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah. I don't know what sort of voice. Your playful decision to allow the Finbloods to appoint Larson as their primogen raises his final death to a level that won't be casually swept onto the rug, Helene. Thin-blooded or not, it throws into question our grip on the situation. That gothed out Ally McBeal, definitely Aisling Sturbridge, the Tremere Regent. The Regent is responsible for the tutelage of all other Tremere in the domain. While the Regent may not teach them personally, they must ensure all Tremere are being educated. The Regent's other duties extend to the clan's protection in the domain, sometimes its representation on the Primogen Council. I've been curious if Renard's operation extends into the local chantry, but he was, as always, tight-lipped about his private affairs. A traditional name for the Tremere headquarters in a city, usually part shelter, part library, and part laboratory. Okay. Ooh, that is a very pretty person. They're gorgeous. What would you have me do then? Unleash our dear sheriff without adequate reconnaissance? Just in the name of haste? We can't overlook his excessive efficiency in the last skirmish, can we? Doesn't the prospect of a masquerade breach give you pause? Behold, the queen bee herself, Helene Panhard, the reigning prince that sticks up the ass. Prince, a Camarilla vampire who asserts territorial control within the sex domain. Be it a single borough or an entire city, must be either impressive or cunning enough to be recognized as the leader. Alternatively, they could just be pliable, merely being puppeteered by their court during their princedom. Why are they all hot, man? Like, they're all very attractive. This feels like a very deep voiced person, bear with me. I figure we're all fond of keeping things the way they are, but there's times to just sit back and think, and then there's times where you gotta step up and do something bold. This feels like it's time to make a move. An arch championing chaos, a revelation that somehow fails to astonish our esteemed Baron of the Bronx. Baron is, yeah, an anarch leader of a domain. How they acquire or exercise power varies by domains and groups. There may be charismatic gang leaders, brutal warlords, or an elected public representative. But a particularly distrusted type of Baron is one who claimed the sole seat of a whole city, like their Camarilla analogue, the Prince. An anarch Baron inside Elysium, now that's a plot twist. What's the deal here? As I continue to look around, another figure catches my eye, a young-looking woman, entirely decked out in black, casually playing with a cigarette. They're smoking so much. Oh, smash! Fucking... I would worship them. I would worship them. Look at them with the little cross. Oh. She shoots me a brief glance, clearly picking up on my curiosity. That ancient fart in the wheelchair, whispering to his servant. Who's that? Right as he's about to chime in, some lanky guy I totally missed till now decides to butt in. Oh, this is the other guy we can play when we finish this story. My apologies for interrupting, Mr. Payne, but it appears Miss Duval has brought forth the issue you mentioned earlier. It might be advised to ensure she is not exposed to unnecessary information. How did I overlook this guy? He's all limbs and quirks, playing with some odd ring on his finger. He sticks out in this upscale bunch like a sore thumb. Is my mojo on vacation or what? Yes, thank you for that shrewd observation, Caitiff. Caitiffs are vampires without a clan, distrusted by their peers. They are scorned because of their lack of lineage, also feared for their unpredictability. Tracks of all trades but masters of none, each panda makes their own way in the society of the damned, free from both ancestry and expectations. I see. Trash. Excellent. She hurls those words like she's spitting venom. Whatever the opposite of sympathy is, she's bringing them. Wait, Caitiff? Esteemed counsel, I give you the troublesome Ravnos neonate. I give you all desire a swift resolution for this matter. A young kindred recently embraced but released from their sire's protection. Oh. Also, her sires have abandoned her, especially given her reluctance to cooperate. As if on cue, every eye shifts to me. I'm not one to buckle under stage fright, but this silent ostracism is a whole new level. In this room, I'm on my own. I understand the formal necessity of addressing all this, however, as well as my role in the matter. However, there are more pressing concerns demanding attention. Far more pressing. Shall we discard all traditions too while we're at it? We've pirouetted around the Hudson problem for more than a year, yet progress remains as stale as our debate. Certainly a few additional moments to honor the very laws you spearhead so vigorously couldn't hurt. Could they? The Hudson is a completely different beast, as you're well aware. We need to address the locust swarm engulfing New York before Camarula's entire framework crumbles beneath its weight. And how does that sit with you, Payne? Just last night, 2 Dustborn and a fledgling from your clan were reduced to ashes, and we're still in the dark about who's pulling the strings. Shouldn't that worry you more than policing the purity of the red market? Oh my goodness, my nose is so blocked today. So I apologize if I'm very nasal. A newly created vampire still under the cells, yeah. Okay. The old guy 7 steps forward, all awkward and rigid. I don't know a voice for his servant. In principle, I agree, Sheriff. However, should we continue to disregard? No, I feel like a servant would be very posh. But I've already used my posh deep voice for the other guy. I guess it's America though, isn't it? I can't do American accents very well. In principle, I agree, Sheriff. However, should we continue to disregard even minor infractions, we broadcast a message of vulnerability. Vulnerability threatens our efforts within and beyond our borders, efforts we plan to carry on without interruption once the locust swarm, as you've termed it, is eradicated. Hi, Bio, how are you? I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm inclined to agree with Gramps on this one. We can't simply let something like that slip through the cracks without taking proper measures. So you've assumed the role of his advocate now. Quite the bold ascent up the ladder of your own making, Julia. What's next on the horizon? Another hostile... Enough. Enough already. An awkward silence falls over the room, but it seems more about customs than actual respect. Guess we're all just creatures of habit, undead or alive. Wondering about buying DBD, don't do it. Like, genuinely coming from somebody who used to play Dead by Daylight, I don't recommend. It is a community that is just as unable to be pleased as Valorant. My friends are playing it. Oh, that's different. Just don't get sucked in, man. Sorry, I just blowed my nose. The sheer theatrics of the situation give me a moment to sneak a glance at They added Tokyo Ghoul to it, by the way. I did see that. Baxel sent it to me. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but look at the sheriff. The sheriff's avoiding eye contact with me, which you typically read as a weakness, but it's far from that. In fact, he's ice cold and focused. His gaze meeting mine might be the last thing I see before bidding farewell to my undead existence. But there's something deeper. He appears untamed, like a wolf in an ambush, perfectly still yet poised to tear into anyone foolish enough to trigger his fury. He was escaping the sack. When the prince finally manages to speak, her voice lacks the confidence you'd anticipate from someone at the helm. We're all here for the same reason you are, Aisling. Or am I mistaken and you forget where your loyalties lie? Has the sex happened yet? It has not. Welcome back, Maury. There might not be sex. I don't know yet. Even now, as she turns to me, her presence is weighed down. Not that I care. My head's on the chopping block, and she's the one calling the shots whether it stays put or rolls off. No sex. You're all children. Behave, the lot of you. Sheesh. I don't fucking do anything these days. There was a mention that feeding involves lust. And like, I have to like, feeding is like tied to lust. Me, has the sex happened yet? Stream, fuck you and the sex fucking implodes, literally. But yeah, they were saying that like feeding is tied to like lust. So it's just, I just assumed there would be like a sexual undercurrent. Now, let's put this issue to rest here and now. Strive for brevity, Sheriff. Hi, Mum. I haven't slept. Oh, we're both in the same boat. You are English. Yeah, why are you using mom? Mom? Yeah, you fucking tell him, Maury. Understood. The weight of his gaze is enough for me to lower my shoulders. Whatever comes, it's not going to be pretty. Kali of Clan Ravnos, you stand accused of violating the New York Camarilla's practice, infringing on the tradition of hospitality and endangering the masquerade, among other things. We'll talk to dumb people over the ocean sometimes. Okay, but how often are you talking to them? Because you go to school with people who live in England, the oil-based beings. Or you're Scottish, stop talking. Satire, don't kill me, I'm part Scottish. Scooby, that is like such a fucking... I'm not racist, my friends are black. I'm not transphobic, my friend's trans. I'm not transphobic, my mum's trans, right? Like, are you good? The hospitality, this is one of their rules. Honor one another's domain. When thou comest to a foreign city, thou shalt present thyself to the one who ruleth there. Without the word of acceptance, thou art nothing. Keeping tabs on who is within the city has become difficult in the modern age of refugees and global citizens. While some princes erect walls or attempt to control the borders through political means, others give up on enforcing this law. I see, so some people do enforce it and some don't, which is why we haven't gone and visited them. Woo, I'm back. Welcome back, Sally. How are you, my lovely? I'm in Gremlin. Oh, are you saying you're in Gremlin mode? I'm Scottish, but we speak English. My good, jolly good, stupendous fellow. Struggling. How's the holding going? Well, shit. I've kind of just sums up everything, doesn't it? I found some. That's great. You playing Minecraft? Wait, on what grounds? Drop the act. There's a wealth of evidence in that recreational vehicle of yours, most of it confirming the suspicions we have been harboring over the recent months. Petty theft from our subjects, impersonation of other kindred, lineage forgery, need I go on? Okay, guilty, but when did they start caring? Not like I'm the only one dipping my toes into the ocean of misdemeanors. Oh yes, Minecraft famous for silver. Right, log off. All right, first of all, what game are you playing, Zally? There's mods you can get that give you silver in Minecraft. Fuck you. I forgot that I don't actually have my webcam on. It's just a VTuber, so I was like squaring up to my webcam, but y'all can't see that, so might be. At least they don't know about our artifact gig. I'm playing a game about digging a hole. Wait, is that literally what it's called? Interesting. Wait a minute, let me pause the recording for this. Right, let's continue on. But your involvement in large-scale blood and mortal trafficking. Whoa, wait, we're human trafficking? Oh, what was our name? Carly, that's not good. Callie. Me. Outside our scrutiny in the jurisdiction of the circulatory system, it is as obvious as it is dangerous to the stability of our domain. Large scale my ass, we hardly move anything through New York, definitely not enough to impact our operations, plus we're super careful. We are human trafficking, so ETM's probably not the reason why it's happening. Oh, okay, I see. I mean, that might be it because I do have them set differently. But shit, yeah. Thank you, Stream Elements, for letting me know that I am live. I appreciate that. Especially with your clientele often being in direct hostility to our interests, as Primogen Payne was kind enough to confirm. Seriously, this can't be right. We always check out our clients. Well, Renard does, but is this some twisted way to set an example? Are they playing the undead IRS? What is their game, really? So human trafficking is moving people out that wanted to be moved. I'm pretty sure it's human trafficking, but tip tar, right? While some might chalk this up to colossal stupidity, I'm neither so forgiving nor tolerant of fraudsters who respect nothing but their own gain. I'm not blind to the fact that Renard's completely MIA in this whole story. He's the big cheese, the head honcho of the entire affair, although calling it an affair might be giving it too much credit. Why are they making it out like I'm the mastermind behind some global crime syndicate? This is not the time to be quiet, Raven. Oh, this is... yeah, okay. Because we're sneaky. Which doesn't let me sub. Alright, have fun. Oh, don't do it on your phone. Twitch subs are more expensive on your phone. And I don't see a penny more. Like, I don't see a penny more if you subscribe to me on your phone. But, like, even though... Yeah, it's like £2 more, I think, to subscribe on your phone. It's insane. Let me have a look. So, on my PC, if I gift a subscription, it is $4.99. And then if I look on my phone, I think it's like £5.50 or something. And I don't get any of the extra money. It all goes to Twitch. I just get the same amount of like £2.40 or whatever I get per sub. Yeah, it's insane, Maury. It's crazy. You know what? Fuck him. I'm not going down without a fight. Obviously you found something. How could you not when you're the one who planted it there to begin with? Careful, Icarus. Crazy? That's crazy. What's Howie out? Looking at screenshots real quick. Oh no. Wow. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, that's good. That's very good. That's quite funny. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. That's good. I've watched the Exonerated. I know the drill. Look, I need someone to pin this on, but you've got the wrong. Out of nowhere, something pierces my mind, shredding its defenses to dust. It's like my head's been turned inside out, exposing my every thought for their amusement. I whip my head towards the source of this eerie sensation, and boom, there's Kadir, freaking sheriff with those piercing eyes, slicing through my layers of BS like it's cake. I earnestly hope you're not taking me for a fool. That'd be a misstep of monumental proportions, unlike anything these walls have witnessed. I get a glimpse of Aisling out of the corner of my eye, silently mouthing words that look like, suspiciously like, I beg to differ. Right then, a curved sword appears in Kadir's hand, as though he's pulled it straight from thin air. Or maybe I'm just going nuts. Honestly, I'd be totally shitting my pants right now if that part of me wasn't offline. I'm not here for your games at all, Raven. Oh, that's very cute. Oh, enemies to lovers. I'm sorry. I was reading a really cute book last night. It's Enemies to Lovers. I love it so much. And it's just in my brain a little bit right now. And Little Raven just sounds like a pet name. Choose your next words carefully. I'd argue this utter lunacy clears her of charges. She couldn't even cobble together a feeble story, much less orchestrate clandestine trading of this magnitude. And yard spinning is supposed to be your clan's forte, isn't it? Last chance, my dear. Is there anything of substance you wish to add? Holy shit, this can't really be happening, right? What's my move? What would Renard do? Renard, if you had the decency to pop up or at least toss me a fucking heads up, I wouldn't be knee deep in this disaster. Is he really in trouble, or what if he bails on me? Got a hint the Camarilla was breathing down his neck and decided I'm the perfect Seiko. I come back to tea squeal, don't worry about Tom. Nah, that doesn't sound like him. I think it does. I've been here like 5 minutes and I'm pretty sure Renard would bail on you. But why target me and not Renard? Sure, he's gone now, but would they really be that clueless about him? I'm totally lost, but I do know what he would probably do. His move would be to look for number one, spill the beans, more than necessary to buy some time. Time is gold, and with enough of it, maybe there's a chance to wiggle out of this mess. It's all or nothing now. Hit the jackpoint or end up porcupined with stakes. Guess there's not much point in playing dumb, huh? Couldn't agree more. Game on. Alright then. Wait a minute, let me just grab a drink for a second. Am I resubbed? You are, but it's not popped up for me yet. But it does say that you've got the badge. So I indeed am tangled up in this little blood trafficking operation. And fuck those ads. Oh no. You got more ads. I want to clarify that you do only get 30 seconds every hour. Like, I feel like that's not as bad as some people. Okay, but my glasses back on now. So I indeed am tangled up in this little blood trafficking operation, playing a pretty crucial part, if I do say so myself. So I guess not everyone's on board with that assessment. Went on phone, got an ad, then moved laptop, got a free instant ad again, oh fuck's sake. I don't understand why you're getting pre-rolls, because I've been like running ads for myself automatically. And it should remove pre-rolls, but I don't know why it's not. I don't understand how to stop them if that's not working. So that's what everyone told me to do, to get rid of pre-rolls, and it's not working. I got pre-rolls on my alt too. Yeah, I don't understand why. I guess not everyone's on board with that assessment. I do the logistics, pushing merchandise through a series of dark web channels. Every eyebrow in the room goes up, except for the cigarette aficionado in the back, who lets out a slight smirk. I mean, a little controlled drama never hurts in a short con. All totally secure and anonymous, no slips about, you know, our thing. Everything masked by the hustle of more mundane black markets. No way we're blowing the masquerade. We deal in stored blood, as you might have caught on. Not just any blood though, our merch is a little jazzed up. Thaumaturgically enhanced, to be exact. It is the only way they'd work, as you're well aware. I am, but that's not for you to find out. Right, of course. Oh, and we also deal in, let's just call them family treasures. Honestly, that's more like a side gig than anything serious. We're extremely careful about picking our clients and really thorough when it comes to making deals, you know, the traditions and all. I was sure we'd never even come close to breaking them. At least that's what he led me to believe. I had a hunch there was some dodgy dealings in his more secret ventures. To deny that would be a flat-out lie, but let's be real, I'm way outside the inner circle to have a real sway in those parts of his enterprise. For a brief moment, an uneasy silence sweeps across the room. Tom getting a VC. Oh, Tom's gonna get a telling off. His enterprise? Is this a joke? Exactly who is this he you're referring to? I give it my all to appear as blameless as possible. I presumed you knew it was my sire who's masterminding it all. The room's heavy silence is too filled with hushed whispers following my revelation. Good, if fortune is on my side, I might just live to see another moonrise. Indeed, how fortuitous and your sire would be There's only one other notable rogue in the city who comes to mind, someone dipping in and out, known for their shifty nature, of which I was somewhat aware. Reynard Cassell. You nailed it, Chief. I mean, sir? Another brief moment of silence gets interrupted by the girl in black who addresses the sheriff. I can practically hear the cogs turning in your head, Kadir. What's your take on it? Truth be told, it does add up, though I had him pegged more as a con artist than a trafficker. Then why hasn't he been apprehended yet, Sheriff? Are you secretly endorsing activities that impede the circulatory system's operations? For your own good, Payne, I'll pretend I didn't catch that. Or would you care to question my dedication to our cause again? Be warned, my patience wears extremely thin these nights. Can we put this bickering on hold, at least for the moment? An opportunity staring me in the face. How can I resist squeezing myself right into it? One more thing. Renard and I had a meeting lined up with a client a few hours back, but he never showed up. In the whole year and a half I've been in this gig, he's never just vanished like this. And what do you make of it? Now with the floodgates of truth wide open, it's time to dive into the art of lying my ass off. Right, he bought the new Vandal, yeah. So we've got to get him to Diamond Rose so that we can play with him and his new Vandal. Is that the... And these skins, he has some good skins. To be honest, I'm not sure, but now that I think about it, he's changed over the past month, become a lot more erratic than usual. Ready for my theory? I'm pretty sure he caught wind of your lot and decided to feed me to the flames. Well, he made a run for it. Whether they're swallowing my story or they're just tired of my presence, it feels like I'm nudging things the way I want them. Not everyone's convinced though. An unwitting pawn betrayed by her master. A likely story, suitable for the stage indeed, but in this context, if I may, damn it, Predrag, don't go getting yourself into. Baron's warnings arrive a little bit too late. Instantly, the others shift their focus, fixing their eyes on the Kate Cliff with unmistakable hostility. It's clear they're not exactly fond of him. Since you've already disrupted the proceedings, you might as well say your piece, mediator. Very well, then. I am inclined to believe her, at least in the aspects most significant to the interests of our allies. Oh my god, I have a drill. Hell yeah. Thanks, you mysterious weirdo. As ever, your assertion remains devoid of substance. My guy's advice is pretty much always on point. His track record speaks for itself. The sheriff has a point that seems to hold water. Her sire might just be the one at fault. She is essentially a non-entity, is she not? And nobody that slipped under the radar until, by a stroke of sheer bad luck, she got caught red-handed. You excuse the pun. Is Patrick German now? I don't fucking know, man. I had already put a voice to him in my head before they told us his name. Then you give it another look. The evidence you've collected should indeed back up that claim quite convincing. On what grounds your intricate evaluation, precisely? My judgment is shaped by your vast experience and simply tempered by reasoning and intuition. It changes little regarding the consequences she must face for her complicity in her sire's crimes. It's do or die. How about I serve you Reynard's head on a silver platter in exchange for mine, unscathed, on my shoulders? Kadir's stare pins me under silent disapproval, but he lets me, as the curly-haired asshole put it, spin my arm. I know all his secret spots in this town, plus the spots he wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. I'm wide into his network, his contacts. I've got his playbook down, and I can stay one step ahead of him with ease. I am fucking blind. I took my glasses off for my VTuber to function a bit better, and everything is so blurry I can't read it. I have to put my glasses back. Just give me a chance and we all will be thanking our lucky stars by the end. They slip into a quiet introspection, or maybe they're just playing around with mental chess, trying to read each other's minds without uttering a word. I have reservations about this daring proposition. Consider the potential fallout if this entire situation spirals out of control. Kadir throws up his hand, clearly overdealing with my case. Capturing this wealth proved hardly a challenge. I wouldn't sweat the idea of catching her again. What's more interesting, however, Castillo resolves two issues at once. It simply eliminates her presence and enables us to prioritize genuine concerns. But someone has to keep a constant watch over her. Valerie, perhaps one of yours? A batshit crazy idea burst into my mind. The kind of a gamble that could either turn out brilliantly or spectacularly implode. Let the dice roll. How about him? I jam my finger toward the quiet caitiff. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do the fucking... Why do I speak such fancy English, bruh? I can't do accents, man. I can do my accent. I can do my accent. In different tones. I can do my accent. Leave me the fuck alone, man. Or you're gonna have to read it for yourself and I'll sit here in silence while I do this. Anyways. No, these are such big... Oh, I see. Okay, I'll let you off. I'll let you off. I don't know, man. They're Americans. They like to pretend to be fancy. And they're old, right? Not racing your accent for fuck's sake. Look, man, I'm very sensitive about my accent. His expression shifts. Hadrick? Is that how that's pronounced? His expression shifts to one of utter confusion as he catches the subtle smirks of the council members. Surely you're not considering... This could play out quite favorably, I must admit. Quite favorably indeed. Holy shit, it actually worked. Very well, Patriarch Conroy, I hereby appoint you as the agent caretaker for this ravenous neonate. I hate to break it to you, Sheriff, but this call is out of your turf. It is us Anarchs, and you know it well enough. The Anarch movement, originally called the Anarch Revolt, this sect is as old as the revolution against the Camarilla itself. All vampires who fall outside of the tower's control are considered unbound, and the Anarch movement is a small but visible subsection of the unbound who, rather than hide, have decided to fight back. You sound like a fancy aristocrat. I sound like a drunkard 20 Technically, when he took on the whole peacemaker role for our cliques, he acquired a level of neutrality, so yeah. Kadir redirects his gaze to the caitiff. Your responsibility is to ensure she fulfills the assignment within 4 nights starting now. Any slip-ups on her end will reflect on your record as well. Do we have an understanding? 4 nights, not a whole lot, but better than nothing. Hadrick's resigned anonymous is exactly how I feel. Now, back to where we were. Fortnite. No, 4 nights, not Fortnite. That's not even how Fortnite's spelled. Oh, you mean the game? Because Fortnite is in like... This is how we spell Fortnite. I can't breathe, man. I've got such a being bunged up nose. Talking about the game. Yeah, I realized. Now back to where we were. The sudden disinterest in me is as clear as a get out of here signal. Seems like I've managed to slide from one pit to another, but hey, I bought myself a little time, and in my world, that's precious currency. Unless, of course, that caitiff turns out to be a wild card. It does, yeah. Fortnite is 2 weeks. Okay, we almost have to find some time to find Renard and scram out of the city before the Camarilla catches on. The trouble is the caitiff tick clinging to my back. Honestly, it's kind of my own fault. I need to figure out how to shake him off.